All right, thank you for holding on and waiting for me. If you're in chat, I will be monitoring chat, and if people are answering in chat, I will be responding and all that good stuff. We're going to be going through and doing some study questions here. Um, Let me pull up the disclaimer here. I always read just so nobody tries to say anything about what I'm doing here. Please note that I am an unlicensed student studying for my state's real estate license exam. I am not a real estate professional at this time, nor am I representing myself as one. I'm sharing my study materials for educational purposes and your consideration in the real estate industry. Materials may vary depending on your state. The federal portion of this course relates to all states. This content can be used as a study aid, but cannot be used as a supplement to your state's educational requirements for licensure. You must take an accredited course. Please see your state's licensing agency for additional information and a list of applicable courses. Please follow, subscribe, like, comment, and share if you appreciate this material. If you would like additional information on the CE Shop, there is a hyperlink in the description of this video where you can click. If you do decide to study through them and you go through my hyperlink, I will get some credits toward the cost of my continuing education later down the line. I've already paid for the course and I've already passed the course. Our next step is doing the state licensing, which we're going to be doing in a couple of weeks. We're just taking some time to study and brush up and perfect our knowledge. And I'm sharing that with you. So if you're in chat, comment with your answer. Even if you're watching this later, please feel free to do so. Nice to see people commenting, and will certainly encourage me to continue doing these types of videos. So this is for my benefit and for your benefit. All right, so let's get going. What we're going to be doing is doing a bunch of questions. Each section has a different number of questions, and then there's a little mini quiz at the end. And then the mini quiz does not show the answer right away, whereas these study questions do. So let's start with this one. Ashton, an appraiser, is estimating value using the sales comparison approach. He applies more weight to two comparables over several others he used. What process is he utilizing? Is he utilizing A, bracketing, B, correlation, C, conformity, or D, averaging?
You have 5 seconds to answer the question. Comment with your answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, and the answer for this question is correlation. And through a correlation process, the most weight may be given to one or two comparables, or equal weight may be given to all. The term reconciliation is often synonymous with correlation. All right, go to the next question. And I just want to do a audio check. Study question. Okay, perfect. All right, next question. When appraisers look past how a property is being used to determine a more optimal function, what are they determining? A, highest and best use. B, value in use. C, market value. Or D, cost to replace.
You have 5 seconds to answer the question. Comment with your answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And the answer is highest and best use. Highest and best use looks past the current use, if there is one, to determine if there's another use that provides a higher value. Next question. Your client is purchasing a single-family home using a VA guarantee loan. The sales price is $150,000. Is an appraisal by a certified appraiser required? A, no, since the property is less than $250,000. B, no, since it's a VA loan. C, yes, and since the purchase is being financed with a VA guaranteed loan, the appraiser must be VA certified. Or D, it's at the discretion of the buyer to have the property appraised.
You have 5 seconds to answer the question. Comment with your answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have
To do so. Nice to see people commenting, and we'll certainly encourage. Oh, this is really far off, isn't it? Let me refresh my video here. All right, the answer is yes. And since the appraiser is being financed with a VA guaranteed loan, the appraiser must be VA certified. A VA loan requires an appraisal by a VA certified appraiser who must also be licensed or certified by the state. All right, next we're going to go to valuation and market analysis, estimating value. Most of the homes in Betty's new neighborhood are valued between 400 and 450,000. All of the homes in the neighborhood are very beautiful. The lots are large, and everyone's yard has impeccable landscaping. If Betty's home were in another neighborhood only a few miles away, it might only be valued at 300,000 due to its smaller size. But her home is valued at 400,000 in her neighborhood due to the desirability of the area. Why is her home in this neighborhood worth significantly more? Is it due to A, progression, B, price bump, C, regression, or D, conditional value?
You have 5 seconds to answer the question. Comment with your answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have 5 seconds to
And the answer is progression. Think about it this way. In real estate, it's better to be the worst house in a nice neighborhood than the nicest house in a bad neighborhood. A property's value increases if it's surrounded by higher valued homes and decreases if it's surrounded by lower value homes. Betty's home is in a very desirable neighborhood, helping increase the value of her home. This is the principle of progression. Robin, the appraiser of the Birkenstocks property, want let me start over. Robin, the appraiser's the Robin, the appraiser of the Birkenstocks property, wants to make sure her computations of adjustments on their home are valid. She's using the sales comparison approach. So she'll prioritize the blank as the highest priority. Is it A, location, B, market conditions, C, conditions of sale, or D, physical characteristics?
You have 5 seconds to answer the question. Comment with your answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm not 100% on this. I'm going to guess. Oh, I was wrong. Sales comparison approach. She wants to make sure her computations of adjustments on their home are valid. She's using the sales comparison, so she'll prioritize the blank as the highest priority. Location, market conditions, conditions of sale, or physical care. Let's go with, it's not physical characteristics. I tried that one already. Yeah, no, must be location. Could it be condition of sale? No, it's condition of sale. Huh. I want to read what it says when I click the wrong one. Just the sales comparison approach compares a property to other properties with similar characteristics that have been recently sold. The elements considered in the sales comparison approach are applied in a specific order: financing, terms and cash equivalency, conditions of sale, market conditions at the time of the contract and closing, location, and physical characteristics. So, market conditions sounds like it's the right answer. No. What did I just say? Location? No. I'm having a hard time with this one. Conditions of sale. Yeah. The elements considered in specific financing terms, cash equivalent, conditions of sale, market conditions, location, physical characteristics. All right. When the Browns first purchased their home, the area was primarily agricultural, but over the years, as more homes were built, the area has undergone some major changes. What was once a quiet neighborhood is now on the corner of a major busy intersection with lots of traffic, noise, and light pollution throughout the night. What type of depreciation has the Browns' home undergone? A. Physical depreciation. B. Functional obsolescence. C. Incurable depreciation. Or D. External depreciation. Let's give.
You have 5 seconds to answer the question. Comment with your answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have 5 seconds to answer the question. Comment with your answer.
I am going to guess external depreciation. Yes. Economic obsolescence is a loss in value caused by an undesirable or hazardous influence off-site. Kevin's lender just ordered an appraisal on the 5-unit apartment building he's contracted to purchase. He's especially interested in hearing about the estimated rate of return the property could pull. What type of value is he interested in? I'm going to read this again for myself. Kevin's lender just ordered an appraisal on the 5-unit apartment building he's contracted to purchase. He's especially interested in hearing about the estimated rate of return the property could pull. What type of value is this? A. Assessed value. B. Insured value. C. Value in use. Or D. Investment value.
You have 5 seconds to answer the question. Comment with your answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You have 5 seconds to answer the question.
I believe the answer to B, D, investment value. An investment value can tell a consumer about the expected rate of return on a property. All right, we're going to competitive comparative market analysis. Steve is preparing a market analysis for the Joneses and has selected 3 comparables. What's the maximum number of adjustments Steve should make to the Joneses property? 1, A3, B1, C2, or D0? Let me start over. Steve is preparing a market analysis for the Joneses and has selected 3 comparables. What's the maximum number of adjustments Steve should make on the Joneses property? A3, B1, C2, or D0?
You have 5 seconds to answer the question. Comment with your answer. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The answer is you don't make adjustments on the subject property, so it would be 0. 1 month after passing his real estate licensing exam, Max was contacted by a couple via referral, asking him to represent them in the sale of their home. Max meets with his clients at their home, does a walkthrough, takes a drive through the neighborhood, and then heads back into the office to conduct a comparative market analysis on the property. They've communicated to him that they'd obviously like to make as much off the sale as possible, but need to complete the sale in the next 3 months, in time for the wife to start a new job in another state. To accurately calculate a suggested price range for their property, Max will have to A. Adjust prices from all properties listed or sold within a 1-mile radius of the subject property. B, use the prices of sold comparables and active listings adjusted for the amount of time listed. C, use adjusted prices from sold comparables, refining the price range with data from active listings, expired listings, and possible pending sales. Or D, calculate based on data from expired listing and pending sales. I am going to read that one again. 1 month after passing his real estate licensing exam, my tongue is thick today. 1 month after passing his real estate licensing exam, Max was contacted by a couple. You know what? I'm gonna have
1 month after passing his real estate licensing exam, Max was contacted by a couple via referral, asking him to represent them in the sale of their home. Max meets with his clients at their home, does a walkthrough, takes a drive through the neighborhood, and then heads back into the office to conduct a comparative market analysis on the property. They've communicated to him that they'd obviously like to make as much off the sale as possible, but need to complete the sale in the next 3 months, in time for the wife to start a new job in another state. To accurately calculate a suggested price range for their property, Max will have to I adjust prices from all properties listed or sold within a 1-mile radius to the subject property. B. Use the prices of sold comparables in active listings, adjusted for the amount of time listed. C. Use adjusted prices from sold comparables, refining the price range with data from active listings, expired listings, and possibly pending sales. D. Calculate based on data from expired listings and pending sales.
All right, this one's going to be a little tough because there's a couple. Adjust prices from all properties listed or sold within a 1 mile. Now, use the prices of sold comparables and active listings adjusted for the amount of time listing. Calculate based on data from expired listing and pending. No, it's got to be C, I think. I'm going to go with C. Yes. Use adjusted prices from sold comparables, refining the price range with data from active listings, expired listings, and possibly pending sales. Okay, it looks like we've done that. So we're done with those. So let's get into our exam for this section. There's 10 questions. All right. The ease with which the property can be conveyed to another describes which factor that influences value? Demand, scarcity, transferability, or utility? We're going to go with transferability. That could be demand too. I'm going to go with, nah, I'm going to go with transferability. I probably could be wrong. This is the test, so we'll find out at the end. Trudy loved her new neighbors. The investor couple bought every available house on Trudy's block and was working hard to renovate them and increase their value. Trudy decided that she'd sit back, relax, and let her property's value go up too, thanks to competition, progression, regression, or substitution. We're going to go with progression. Demographics impact the housing market. Which of the following is a true statement? Demographics impact the housing market. Which of the following is a true statement? An increase in the number of retirees in a given population would negatively impact the demand for large single-family homes. An increase in the number of retirees in a given population would possibly impact the demand for large single-family homes. An influx of higher wage earners to a given area would create a price decrease for lower valued homes. An influx of higher wage earners to a given area would decrease the demand for higher priced housing. Demographics impact the housing market. Which of the following is a true statement? Well, wouldn't higher wage earners wouldn't decrease the demand for higher priced housing. An influx of higher wage earners to a given area would create a price decrease for lower valued. Higher for lower valued. That's possible. An increase in the number of retirees in a given population would positively impact the demand for large single-family homes. I would say no. So these two are wrong. An increase in the number of retirees in a given population would negatively impact the demand for large single-family homes. I'm going to go with this one. An influx of higher wage earners to a given area would create a price decrease for lower valued homes. Because just because somebody retires doesn't mean they want a smaller home, because maybe they have kids living with them, or just because you're retired doesn't mean you don't have people living with you, or you may have parents living with you. So I don't know. I'm gonna go with that one. Marcus bought. Let me bring a friend in here if he's messaging me. Where? Because nobody else is here. Oh, maybe he's not. Oh, all right. Marcus bought two adjoining pieces of land that were zoned for commercial use. When he realized that combining the two parcels would dramatically, let me start over. Marcus bought two adjoining pieces of land that were zoned for commercial use. When he realized that combining the two parcels would dramatically increase the land's value, he jumped at the opportunity. What's this an example of? Contribution, eminent domain, plottage, or zoning? I'm going to say contribution. I could get a lot of these wrong, you guys. Okay. When market conditions indicate top of the market pricing, it is always in your client's best interest to price it there. Let me say that again. When market conditions indicate top of the market pricing, it is always in your client's best interest to price it there. Or is it always? Okay. When market conditions indicate top of the market pricing, is it always in your client's best interest to price it there? No, because higher sales prices results in higher taxes. No, it still has to appraise. Yes, because it's probably what will win the listing for you. Or yes, because it will sell fast. I'm going to say no, because it still has to appraise, and it doesn't mean that the property is going to qualify for top of the market. Kenneth, an appraiser, is driving around the area where the subject property is located. Which step in the appraisal process does this represent? Estimate the land value, gather and analyze data, identify data needed, or state the problem. I believe this is gather and analyze data. What does the income approach to value rely on when valuing properties that are 5 or more units? What does the income approach What does the income approach to value rely on when valuing properties that are 5 or more units? Gross income multiplier, gross rent multiplier, monthly gross rent, or sales comparison? I believe that would be the gross income multiplier. Who typically prepares a comparative market analysis? The appraiser, the inspector, the loan servicer, or the real estate licensee? That would be the real estate licensee. The best way to start comparative market analysis data collection is to use properties that sold within which time frame? 18 to 24 months, between 2 and 3 years ago, in the last 12 to 18 months, no later than 3 to 6 months ago. We should try to go for 3 to 6 months ago. Giant Industries has a $674,232 gross operating income, operating expenses of $329,129, and other expenses totaling $38,719. What is the net operating income? All right, we're going to have to pull out our calculator here because I'm not going to be able to do this on my own, I don't believe. Let's see. All right. Giant Industries has a gross operating income of, operating expenses of, and other expenses of. What is the net operating income? Okay, this isn't terribly difficult, but 674, 432 minus 329, 129 minus 38,719 equals 306. I got 584. Oh, let's do it again. Just to make sure I did the calculations right here. Let's try that again. Okay. 674, 232 minus 329, 129 is 345, 103, and other expenses of 38, 719. I got 306, 384. We're going to go with that. Let's see how poorly. 70%. I got 3 wrong. Oh boy. Let's go see what I got wrong here. Demographics impact the house. An influx of higher wages. That is wrong. An influx in the number of retirees in a given population would negatively impact the demand for large single-family homes. See, I think that that's wrong in today's population because a lot of kids are moving back home. A lot of, kids, I mean kids like 30-year-olds. You've got multi-generational homes. So just because somebody retires doesn't mean they're going to downsize their home. But, you know, downsizing retirees usually look for smaller homes or condos. Yeah, that's what you say. Okay. All right. That is plottage. Plottage is the economic. That was my second guess. I got that wrong. All right. What was the other one I got wrong? Giant Industries. Okay. So I shouldn't have taken out other expenses of 38,719. I should have just taken out the operating expenses to find the net operating income. Okay. Um, so other expenses like loan interest and debt repayment aren't included in the calculation. Okay. Fair enough. All right, we're going to go ahead and stop this video, and we'll do another one here in a